a person, an assassin in this case, is meeting his younger self, and they fight each other. Just that idea really intrigued me. I hadn't read the script, and I feel like there's something interesting there, to be approached, to be developed. And you can see I'm not that young anymore. When I look back, if I look at 30 years ago, what I am, what I was, how would I face him? And that young self, when he sees me, what could that be? It's a fascinating, dramatic setup and story. I think a person facing his younger self, or the younger self facing his future, uh, when they face that conflict and negotiating through each other's character, what they're going to learn from each other, what the conflict could be, is existential. Not only how a man can look back at his life and see what can be corrected, what can be done better. I think taking people to the new world, to the new possibility, to a new existence, such as to meet your cloning person, which is 25 years younger, what would that be? I think that's exciting story to tell. What's really amazing is he will perform the younger self, which is a high class problem. He's much better actor now. In the movie, we sort of get the best of both, giving him a better character, more nuances, layers, dramatic content, more characters, more drama, and he can accommodate that where you see a younger person. That's something quite uncanny. Will's playing at the present day age. His name is Henry, and then the younger self, 23-year-old version of him, is called Junior. So he get to play both of them. Of course, when you have Will Smith doing this movie in an action thriller drama, uh, you want old Will Smith back. You want that kind of fun. No, why we like him. You want all of them back. But if you that's all you do is kind of a gimmick. Uh, I don't think the movie should stop there. I want something new, not just something deeper, but something new, something broader to brought into the movies. We'll spend a year doing it. It's very, very difficult. People think digital work is technology. It's kind of a cold, or just doing monsters. It's not. To do what we do, it's intense filmmaking. It's absolutely craftsmanship and labor of love. It's pure artistry. I think it's a microscopic study of drama and our lives. It's just beyond anything I've ever done before. When we've done it with this kind of media, it's also make me to re-examine something that's like my religion. You know, it's movies. I know I trust movie more than I trust life, because it's there. It's man-made. It's simpler. It makes sense. Life is too complicated. But I think it's to me it's upgrading movie to the next level of imitating life, and it's during that process and change, it's it's inspiring. I think it's time movie go to the next stage, show some new possibility. I think it's very exciting. In movie, we're not just telling stories through stimulation, visual stimulation, and new experiences. We perceive something. I think the way you perceive it, the excitement, the changing, is part of the game. It's very important too. Otherwise, when you just keep hitting the same notes again and again, it feels like recycling. We need stimulation to feel alive. They're not technicians, they're artists. They tell stories, they care about drama, they care about emotion. That's what we talk about the most. The technical stuff, it's important too. But we spend most of the time figure out drama and emotions. Will is there to give, to expose himself in the most vulnerable way. Because we've been watching him from this factory young man, macho, fun-loving, sensitive to now in terms of how his career goes and how his being goes. He's carrying himself so well, but he's getting older. And then to see the two of them together, I think we all have a share of that. We all have something to say. It's not just Will's business, but he can tell you a lot about how that feels. You can be amused by it, or you can ignore it, because we all have that in us. I hope that's what the movie does. Other than entertaining, bemuse us, I hope it's inspiring. When you see the two Will Smith, it's not just two existence. Together, they put the two next to each other, it creates something new. I think that's the fascinating part. That's really dramatic, very thought-provoking, and most of all, that's something we've never seen before or experienced before.